Hi guys, my name is Arun Manyar and today we will be discussing about maxillary major connectors. So what is a major connector? It is that part of a removable dental prosthesis which joins the components of one side of the arch to the components of the other side of the arch. Okay. So today we will be discussing about maxillary major connectors and there are 6 basic types. First, palatal bar, palatal strap, then anterior posterior palatal bar, anterior posterior palatal strap, horseshoe shaped palatal bar and complete palate. So we'll look into each one's detail and today we'll make it easier to learn. So I've just drawn simple prototypes just for explanation. You might get better pictures in the textbooks. So starting from palatal bar. Here as you can see it is narrow half oval in cross section. So I'll write advantages. We'll divide it into 4 columns. First will be our advantages. Second will be our disadvantages. Third, indications, and fourth, contraindications. I'll be using this format for all the other 5 types also. So first looking at the advantages. So what is the advantage of choosing a palatal bar? First, it is effortlessly designed because it is just a simple bar. And second, it is minimal in fabrication. So there is not much complex process for fabrication. It is very simple to design, easy to design. Then we go on to the disadvantages. So what are the disadvantages of this? First, it is very bulky. And second, it interferences with the tongue. Okay, so it interferes the tongue movement and it is really bulky because it is half round or half narrow oval in shape. Then we look for the indications. So it is not basically used as such right now in any Kennedy's classes, but we can use it to give as an interim restoration for a temporary period. And the contraindications are Kennedy's classes 1, 2 and 4. Palatal bars are rarely given in Kennedy's class 3, but we are not mentioning that here. Moving on further to palatal strap. So here as you can see it is a strap and this strap is 8 mm wide. Okay. Here we had a bar, now we have a strap. So what is the advantages of a strap over a bar? So first it distributes the stresses as it covers more area than the bar. And secondly it is rigid. Okay. So these are the advantages. Moving on to the disadvantages. So as you can see, it covers more area of the palate than the palatal bar. So here we will have tissue reactions and papillary hyperplasia. Okay. Then we move on to the indications of palatal strap. So when should we give palatal strap? It is basically in Kennedy's class 2 and 3. Okay. Moving on to the contraindications. So when there is bony exostosis present in the palate or there is tori present in the palate, we have to give relief. And using a palatal strap, we cannot provide relief. So here we can say the contraindications are tori or bony exostosis. So these covers our palatal bar and palatal strap. Moving on further to the anterior posterior palatal bar. So here as you can see there is an anterior palatal bar and a posterior palatal bar which is connected by lateral palatal bars. And the center portion is open. It is not covered by any metal or the major connector. So this is its basic design. So here we'll see about its advantages. So what are the advantages of anterior posterior palatal bar? So first you can see this forms an L. This forms an L. There are 4 L's in this figure. So it gives us a strong L-beam effect. And secondly, it provides relief. This place is open in the center. So it provides relief for the tori or the bony exostosis. Okay, so these are the advantages. Moving on to the disadvantages. So when there is deep palate cases, we cannot use this design. And secondly, it also interferes with the tissue reactions because there are a lot of metal around all over in the palate. So this also interferes with the tissues. Okay. Moving on further to the indications. So here we could give the palatal strap in Kennedy's class 2 and 3. Here we'll give it in class 2 and 4. Alright. And lastly we have contraindications. As we saw earlier, in deep palate cases, this is contraindicated. So why? If you imagine, it is connected with a bar, anterior bar and a posterior bar. So if you have to place a bar, you need somewhat a flat surface or a shallow palate. If you try to put bars in a deep palate, it is not very good to put. It cannot be put in deep palate. So in deep palate cases, it is contraindicated. Then we go on to the anterior posterior palatal strap. So in this anterior posterior palatal strap, there is an anterior strap and a posterior strap which is connected with palatal bars. Okay, here there was bar and bar connected with bar. Here it is strap and strap connected with a bar. Okay, and it is also known as closed horseshoe. Okay, so here also we'll see the advantages. So the advantages of this is it increased support. It provides us with increased support. And again here you can see L. So you can write strong L-beam effect. What are the disadvantages? So in such cases, when there is an anterior posterior palatal strap, there is discomfort and tissue reactions. Okay, so it is easier to learn if you learn this. Tissue reaction, Kennedy's class 2 and 3, 2 and 4. Okay, here tissue reaction and decreased support was also there. So here increased support. Okay, so now we go with the indication. So anterior posterior palatal strap is given in possibly all Kennedy's classification. Okay, and it is not given for 1 or 2 missing teeth. Okay, so if there are just 1 or 2 missing teeth, we do not provide such a complex design, and it is indicated in possibly all the Kennedy's classification. Moving on further to the horseshoe shape. So as you can see, there is a palatal strap which connects the anterior and the posterior lateral surfaces. Okay, so it is a palatal strap connecting the anterior and the posterior lateral surfaces. So here the advantages are it is rigid, and here also you see an L, so it provides a strong L-beam effect. Okay, the disadvantages are, as there is a palatal strap on the anterior and the lateral side, lateral forces are generated or lateral forces are created. So it is its major disadvantage. Alright, going on to its indications. So now remembering these indications, you can write here's contraindication. So this was parallel bar was contraindicated in Kennedy's class 1, 2 and 4. But the horseshoe shape is indicated in Kennedy's class 1, 2 and 4. Okay, and the contraindications are avoided mostly. Next we go on to complete palate. So complete palate is every dentist's favorite major connector because it covers the whole palate and there is a whole metal sheet lying on the palate. So the advantages of this is it is very simple in design, it is very easy to fabricate, and third, it transfers the thermal changes to the palate. As you all know that metals are a very good conductor of heat. So any food, hot food or cold food that we eat, this complete metal palate will transfer that sensation to our palate. So here I'll write temperature changes can be transferred. So these are the advantages. The disadvantages of such are tissue reactions because it covers the whole tissue. So tissue reactions, this is T plus reaction, okay, the TXN. And second, it might be a discomfort in certain cases when there is tori or bony exostosis. Okay. The indications of complete palate, it is in distal extension cases. So in any distal extension cases, here the figure doesn't show that, but in textbooks you might have that. So in this distal extension cases, this is the choice of major connector. And secondly, in cleft palate cases. So when a child has a cleft palate, This is the most favorite major connector to be used. The contraindications of complete palate are, it is not given in smaller partially edentulous cases. So when are just small partially edentulous cases, we don't prefer this because here we cover the whole tissue. Okay, so this as a whole covers our whole maxillary major connector. We'll revise it. First, palatal bar. It is narrow, half oval in cross section. Advantages: effortlessly fabricated and minimal in design. Disadvantages: it is bulky and it interferes with the tongue. Then the indication that it is used as an interim partial denture, and the contraindications are in Kennedy's class 1, 2 and 4. Palatal strap. It is a strap which is 8 mm wide, and the advantages are it distributes the stress which does not occur in this one, and it is rigid. Then the disadvantages are tissue reactions and papillary hyperplasia. Then the indications are Kennedy's class 2 and 3. The contraindications are, it is not given in cases, it should not be given in cases with tori or bony exostosis because there is no relief. Then anterior posterior palatal bar. It is 2 bars anteriorly and posteriorly which is connected by 2 lateral bars. Okay. So this here in the center, it is an open space. So it provides relief and a strong L-beam effect. The disadvantages are it is very discomforting and it provides with tissue reactions. Deep palate cases, it shouldn't be given. And the indications are class 2 and 4. So here to easily learn this, as I said, class 2, 3, class 2, 4. Okay, here 1, 2, 4, here 1, 2, 4. Okay. Next, going on further to anterior posterior palatal strap, which is also known as closed horseshoe. Okay, so here there are 2 straps anteriorly and posteriorly which are connected by 2 lateral bars. So it provides with increased support. Here the support was less, here the support is more. Strong L-beam effect. Then the disadvantages is tissue reactions and discomfort. Indications: it is possibly given in all possible Kennedy's classes, and it should not be given for 1 or 2 replacement of teeth. Okay. So next, going on to the horseshoe shape. So in horseshoe shape, as we saw, it is anterior and posteriorly present on the lateral aspect, the palatal strap. So advantages: rigid and strong L-beam effect. Then disadvantages: it provides us with lateral forces which is unwanted. Then indications are Kennedy's class 1, 2 and 4, and contraindications are mostly avoided. Last but not the least, we have complete palate. Covers the whole palate with a metal band or metal sheet. Advantages: easy to design, simple to fabricate, and temperature changes are transferred. Disadvantages: tissue reactions and discomfort to the palate or the patient. Indications: distal extension cases and cleft lip palate patients. And contraindications: small partially edentulous cases. So here we are wrapping up about our maxillary major connectors. I hope you like the video and thank you for watching.